Hello, good morning. Bonjour tout le monde. Today's lesson is about the prepositions. It is one of the 8 French parts of the speech, and you have already studied earlier about the basic prepositions about on, in, next to, in front of, behind, devant, derrière, sur, sous, au-dessus, dessus. Okay, now we are dealing with the prepositions which we use for countries, places. These are a little bit tricky because there exists no one-to-one correlation between English and French translations. For example, this preposition, as you see, a has 3 meanings in English: to, at, in. Okay, so it's like that, but for example, this is on and it gives 2 meanings, in and to. Depending upon the circumstances, we choose the preposition, right preposition. And o is to the, and to the it is used for RUX or plural countries. For example, for the states and all. Aux États-Unis, yeah. And we shall move to the next slide. Here I have given a small recap. A plus le is equal to O. A is preposition, le is article. That gives O. Just don't mind the examples because these are not really relevant to this presentation, but I have given this just for you to remember these things, okay? These are not completely different, but here we are dealing with only countries and cities. A plus les O, D plus les du, D plus les de. These two we use for to the, at, in, and these two we use for coming from the. Okay, and the next slide is, yeah, some countries are masculine in nature and some are in feminine, just like any other nouns in French. That you should learn when you are learning names of the countries, you should learn with the articles also. In French, you should never omit the articles. That helps you to, of course, remember the gender of the article. Here, gender of the country. So, for example, some countries are feminine, uh, like La France. Okay, and some are masculine, le Pakistan, le Texas. And the region, for example, Provence is La Provence. But it is not so difficult, okay, because there are some rules. If you remember those rules and apply, you will find out which country is masculine and which one is feminine. It comes in practice at the end of the lesson. I'm giving you some exercises, lots of questions which helps you to remember all these rules. So moving to the next slide, we use on means in and to. Okay, for the states, countries, or regions which are feminine. Here I have given you a few places or countries which are feminine: la France, la Chine, l'Algérie, la Colombie, la Normandie, la Louisiane, la Ligurie. And also we use on for places which are masculine but also and also starts with vowel. For example, Lyon. l'Uruguay. Okay. Uh, so these are places which are masculine but starts with vowel. So it is just for aesthetic nature. The language evolved in that way. There are no firm rules. This is a language. There are exceptions. So we use normally ang for places which are feminine, but we also use for masculine if the name starts with a vowel. Okay. Here are few examples I have given. Je vis en France. Vis is the verb present tense. Vivre means to live. I live in France. Tu vas en Chine. You're going to China. Va is verb aller. Okay. J'ai acheté ces sacs en Algérie. Okay, so we don't use a Algérie. We are using an Algérie. There should be a rhythm when we talk, so maybe it evolved like that in this manner. If we use Algérie, it doesn't even sound good. Okay, so an Algérie. And as you have already learned, if it is a consonant here, you should combine these two. En Algérie. And next is il veut passer ses vacances en Irak. Okay, here it is feminine. So we are using en without any problem. Of course, here it is masculine. Still we are using en. We are not using a Iraq. No. And here next one is êtes-vous déjà allé en Normandie? En Normandie. Have you already gone to Normandy? And this is La Normandie, feminine. Okay. Next slide is, here comes the another important preposition O. We use O when for the places or states which are masculine and starts with a consonant. Okay. There are very few rules. This is not complicated. For example, le Japon, le Danemark, le Canada, le Maroc, ils sont nés au Japon, elle a étudié au Danemark. See here, I have given you masculine states or countries. So we are using le, and when we use o as yin, ils sont nés au Japon. Here we are using it as yin. I said you in the beginning of the lesson itself, we use a as to at yin. Here we are using it as a plus le, article le. In the Japan, okay, ils sont nés au Japon. They were born in Japan, but in French we use in the Japan. Elle a étudié au Danemark. She has studied in Denmark. In the Denmark. When the country or place is associated with an action, we use in the article to give more precision. Ils se sont rencontrés au Canada. Rencontrer is the verb to meet. Okay? Il a de la famille au Maroc. Il a de la famille au Maroc. Il a de la famille au Maroc. When we talk falsely, il a de la famille au Maroc. When we translate it literally, it is he has some family in Maroc. Il a de la famille au Maroc. Okay, some family members, but his family is in Maroc. He has some family his some of his family members are living in Maroc. For all these kind of sentences, we use il a de la famille au Maroc in a general way. And here it is le Maroc, le Canada, le Texas. So we are using O, not in. And another important rule is this is easy one. If a country is plural in nature, for example, United States of America or Emirates, and also some places and countries we call in plural form in French, for example, au Pays-Bas. Au Pays-Bas. No, if it is like that, just don't bother about the masculine and feminine. You just use O, A, D, D, S, D, E, S, A, U, X. Au Pays-Bas, aux États-Unis, aux îles Féroé, aux Hébrides arabes, aux Bermudes. Pays-Bas is Netherlands. And moving to the next slide. If you want to say I am coming from this place, I am coming from India, je viens de l'Inde, like that, if its origin you are talking about, you should use then they, do, or they. It is very easy to remember. Okay, normally we use the if the place is feminine. Du is for masculine and de es it is for plural. États-Unis. So just don't bother. Je viens des États-Unis. Vous êtes parti des États-Unis. You have gone from USA. Tu viens du Senegal. You come from Senegal. Like that. Okay. And one important role is for identifying feminine and masculine. If the place ends with the name of the place ends with ye, normally they are feminine. Okay, and it comes in practice if you it comes in practice even for French also. And here there are some exceptions. We don't. There is no need to use prepositions or articles for some instances. For example, if the place is acting as the uh, object or subject, there is no need of preposition. Okay. Uh, Here, for example, I have given you j'ai déjà visité Bordeaux. We don't say j'ai déjà visité les Bordeaux like that. No, j'ai déjà visité Bordeaux. That's it. End of the sentence. End of the sentence. It is acting as object. So, j'ai déjà visité Bordeaux. Absence of the preposition. And if it is continuing, for example, j'ai visité la Colombie 2 fois. You're talking about that country, that place. So the matter continues. So you have to give the pression. J'ai visité la Colombie deux fois. You're continuing the sentence, but here you're just using it as a object, direct object. J'ai déjà visité Porto de. That's it. If you want to describe furtherly, you have to use the article. Le Laos est un pays d'Asie. Here we are telling something about Laos, so we are using le. Okay, next comes the exercises. There are many exercises which you can do, and I will also help you. Okay, this is today's lesson. Thank you. Bonne journée. Bye.